All right, in this video, I'm going to show you really quick how to make a table of contents and how to use horizontal dividers to improve the user experience. I'm going to show you using the WordPress site, the basic editor, but I also want to show you on the Brew showcase pages. So if you are just creating a plain post and you're using a simple WYSIWYG editor like this, what you want to have is the plugin called Table of Contents Plus. Table of Contents Plus is what it's called. Let me just show you. Table of Contents Plus. There's actually quite a few plugins for Table of Contents. Whatever you want to use is fine. This is free. And what Table of Contents Plus does is it allows you to go in and customize it and say, I want to only have my H2 tags be part of my table of contents, or I want all of my H tags be part of my contents. And you can choose the color and the theme and the design, okay? So I've already installed mine, so I'm just going to show you really quick. What happens is when I create 4 things, like let's say, for example, I'm creating a list of things to do for Christmas, okay? Events. And so I'm going to put Christmas Town at Wet and Wild. And I'll, of course, write a description there. And then I'm going to write Downtown Summerlin. And then we're going to talk about the Town Square North Pole. And the Pajama Train, let's just say. Okay, so each one of these would have, 150 to 200 word description, something like that. 200 word description. Okay. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to do the divider first. So watch this. After you create the title and then you create the description, enter down and use insert shortcode. Then click down to divider. Now, this is another plugin I'm using. It's very light. It doesn't weigh down the website. This is called Short Codes Ultimate. Okay? Then we're going to insert the short code. I'll show you that again. I'm going to go here, insert short code, and I'll just type in divider, and it's right there at the top. Now, with the divider, you can change the color. You can change what it says here. There's a little click where they can go back to the top. You can make it dotted or dashed or double lined if you want instead of just the standard. You can change the colors here, change the colors. You can make it thicker. You can change the size, okay? And then once you set it up once, it'll default each time you enter the divider. So insert short code. See how that it added a little difference to the short code because I changed the size. And so let's play with one really quick that is dashed. So we'll go to divider. And let's change the color. We'll do got orangey. Okay. Why is it not changing? There it is. Okay, we'll just do that one. And then the size, the margin, and let's do a dotted line on this one, just so I can show you the differences. Insert short code, okay? And then once you do, if you wanted all 4 short codes to look the same, you can just copy that and then paste it down, and it'll look the same. Now, these, to make them part of your table of contents, need to be H2 tags. And in everything I teach you, all of your paragraph headings should be heading to H2 tags anyway, because they should be specifically related to that topic. Each paragraph should be very on topic to specifics about that paragraph. And it kind of lets Google know what's the most important things on the page as well. It looks nice. It divides, it makes things look separated. Okay. Now, all you got to do over here, let's hit preview and I'll show you what it looks like. See, there's that beautiful table of contents. I love this. And by the way, I test all of this in my heat maps and the users love the table of content, especially on mobile. Oh my gosh, they love it, okay? And then see the difference in the divider? So here's just plain gray, here's a thicker gray, here's a dotted purple, but each one has this go to the top and then they click and it goes right up to the top. If you want to click here, it shoots down to that specific section, okay? I also do these because what I have found is if you rank in the top of page 1 of Google, you're also like could be in the running to earn the featured snippet, which is the 0 position on the top. And having lists and steps and things help that. Also, site extensions. So a site extension looks like this. Let me type in Southwest map. Oh, Southwest Las Vegas map. Oh, should still be there. Okay, so this is my website. And so see these little site extensions? I did not pay for those. Most people are paying for those in their ads. I earned those in by using this table of contents. So that's another reason why we use the table of contents. So 1, creates a quality user experience. 2, could earn you a featured snippet, in a rich snippet, or a featured snippet in the 0 position, featured snippet, earning those site links. So that is why we do that. Now let me show you really quick in the showcase. So if you're building if you've got a Ballen real estate website, you've got showcase pages, just go to add new. And by the way, just so that you know, I'm not sure when you're watching this video, but our blog posts will have these same content blocks coming up, just like the showcase pages. So at some point, you'll be able just to drag in your table of contents and drag in your dividers, like I'm going to show you right here on your blog post as well. But for today, they're only on the showcase pages. Okay. So here, what you do is go to add content block and add this table of contents. Okay. So you don't want to have your table of contents by default adding to this page, or you'll have 2 of them. You don't want your other table of contents showing here, just this one. So table of contents, and then we're going to go to add a content block. And then here is where you would put your description of the pajama train. And then you're going to put all your info here, just like you normally would. You could put video, photos, all that good stuff. Then you go to add content block, and you add a horizontal divider. And there it is. There's nothing special about the horizontal divider besides that. So you're not going to play with a bunch of fancy design on this one. And then what happens is, right here, each content block you drag in, it's going to ask you, do you want to include this in the table of contents, yes or no? And so instead of it just being a default of all H2 tags, this makes it a default H2 tag, but you can opt out of that being into the table of contents. Okay, let's take a quick preview of what that looks like. There it is. There's your table of contents, there's your H2 tag, and there's your info, and there's your divider, and that would continue on as you build it. So that's today's lesson on how to use table of contents and dividers.